My beloved child, before you continue with your day, stop for a moment and listen carefully. This message is not an accident. You did not randomly arrive here. Heaven allowed these words to reach you because your heart needed them at this exact moment. I know life has been heavy lately. I know there are silent battles that you have not told anyone about. I know there are nights when your mind becomes crowded with fear, stress, and unanswered questions. And even though you try to stay strong in front of others, deep inside you feel emotionally tired. But my child, I need you to hear this today. You are not alone. I have been with you through every difficult moment. I was there during the nights you cried quietly. I was there during the heartbreaks nobody understood. I was there during the moments you nearly gave up. Even when you could not feel my presence, I never walked away from you. And today I am calling you closer again. Not to condemn you, not to shame you, but to heal you, restore you, and remind you that your story is not over. My beloved child, there were moments when you believed nobody truly understood your pain. You smiled around people while secretly struggling inside. You answered, "I'm okay," while carrying burdens that felt too heavy for your heart. But heaven saw everything. I saw every tear you hid, every fear you buried, every silent prayer whispered late at night. Nothing about your life has escaped my attention. There were times when you thought certain doors closing meant I had abandoned you. But many of those closed doors were actually protection. You called it rejection. I called it rescue. You thought you lost something important, but I was protecting your future from paths that would have brought greater pain. My child, there are battles you never saw because I fought them for you before they ever reached your life. There were dangers blocked away from you, storms held back from destroying you, situations redirected before they could break you completely. You survived because my hand stayed over your life. And even now, while you listen to these words, heaven is still protecting you. That I know this season has exhausted you. You became tired emotionally, tired mentally, tired spiritually. There were mornings when simply getting out of bed felt difficult. There were nights when fear kept your mind awake long after everyone else was sleeping. You kept asking, when will things finally change? When will peace return? When will life stop hurting so much? My child, hear me clearly today. The pain you carry now is not the end of your story. This difficult season is temporary. The enemy tried to convince you that nothing good was waiting ahead, but that is not the truth. Breakthrough can arrive suddenly. Healing can begin quietly. Restoration can happen in ways you never expected. And many things are already moving behind the scenes for your good. Even when heaven feels silent, I am still working. Even when you cannot see progress, I'm still preparing a path forward for you. Do not give up now. You are closer to your breakthrough than you realize. Why, beloved child, you sometimes believe your mistakes made you unworthy of love. You remember failures, regrets, bad decisions, moments you wish you could erase. And because of those memories, you wonder if heaven still wants you. But listen carefully. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not your past, not your weakness, not your failures. I knew every mistake you would ever make, and I still chose to love you completely. You do not need to become perfect before coming closer to me. Come tired, come broken, come uncertain. I will help you heal step by step. I am not searching for flawless people. I am searching for willing hearts. And if your heart still desires peace, healing, and truth, then heaven is not finished with your story. My child, the enemy knows your future carries purpose. That is why fear attacks your thoughts so often. That is why discouragement keeps trying to pull you backward. The enemy wants you distracted, emotionally drained, spiritually weak. He wants you to believe there is no hope for your future. But today, heaven is exposing those lies. You were not created to live trapped in fear. You were created to walk in peace, purpose, faith, and hope. And although the enemy tried to break your confidence, he could not destroy the calling placed over your life. You are still here, still breathing, still fighting, still searching for hope. And that means your story is not over. Why, beloved child, I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for closeness. Talk to me daily. Pray sincerely. Bring your worries into my hands. You do not need complicated words. Even simple prayers matter deeply in heaven. Tell me your fears. Tell me your frustrations. Tell me what hurts. Because I care about every detail of your life. The closer you walk with me, the more peace you will begin to feel inside your spirit. The world offers temporary comfort, but my presence offers lasting peace. And no storm in this world can remove the peace that comes from walking closely with me. My beloved child, you were not created only to survive each day. You were created with purpose. There are gifts inside you that have not fully awakened yet. There are dreams still waiting to grow. There are opportunities still waiting to appear. There are blessings still waiting for the right season. Do not let temporary pain convince you that your future is small. You were created for more than fear, more than anxiety, more than constant sadness. The difficult seasons you survived were building strength inside you. Every battle taught you something. Every setback prepared you for greater wisdom. Every painful chapter shaped your spirit for the future ahead. One day you will look back and realize that even your hardest seasons were preparing you for the person you are becoming. My beloved child, some burdens have stayed in your heart for too long. Old pain, bitterness, regret, disappointment, fear. You replay certain memories repeatedly, and they continue draining your peace. But I do not want you carrying those chains forever. Give them to me. Stop punishing yourself for what cannot be changed. Stop allowing old wounds to define your future. Healing begins when you release what has been poisoning your spirit. And although letting go may feel difficult, freedom becomes possible once you stop carrying everything alone. You were never meant to carry every burden by yourself. That is why I'm asking you to trust me again. My beloved child, moments like this matter deeply. Sometimes life changes gradually, and sometimes life changes because of one decision. One moment of faith, one moment of surrender, one moment where you finally decide not to give up anymore. This can become that moment for you. The moment where hope begins returning. The moment where your spirit becomes lighter. The moment where healing quietly begins inside your heart. Do not ignore what heaven is speaking to you today. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not beyond restoration. A new chapter is possible, but you must choose to keep moving forward instead of remaining trapped in fear. My beloved child, better days are still ahead of you. There will be mornings where peace returns to your mind. There will be nights where fear no longer controls your thoughts. There will be moments where joy surprises you again. The storm you are facing now will not last forever. Healing takes time. Growth takes time. Restoration takes time. But little by little, your life can change. And heaven is already preparing blessings that you cannot yet see. Do not measure your future based on your current pain. Your present situation is not your final destination. I am still writing your story. My beloved child, before this message ends, I want you to remember something forever. You're deeply loved, not because of what you achieved, not because you never failed, not because you were perfect. You are loved simply because you are mine. And no darkness, failure, or painful season can erase that truth. When life becomes overwhelming, stay close to me. When fear rises, pray. When sadness grows heavy, keep believing. When you feel weak, remember that heaven is still holding you together. You survived every difficult moment before this one, and you will survive this season too. My beloved child, this message reached you because heaven wanted to remind you of something important. Do not give up now. The breakthrough you prayed for may be closer than you realize. The healing you long for can still happen. The peace you miss can still return. The future you hoped for is still possible. Walk forward with faith. Walk forward with courage. Walk forward knowing you are not alone. Jesus Christ is still beside you. And even now, heaven is preparing restoration, peace, healing, and new beginnings for your life. So keep believing, keep praying, keep trusting, because your story is not ending in darkness. Your story is moving toward hope.